Are you worried about how your team would handle an environmental health officer turning up to do a food hygiene inspection? Like, would they panic, freeze up, scramble to find the paperwork? So how your team behave when the environmental health officer or EHO arrives can have a massive impact on your food hygiene rating. But the good news is, with the right training and preparation, you can take control of the inspection from the start. So hi, I'm Natalie Stanton. I'm a Chartered Environmental Health Officer, and I'm here to help you get confident with food safety in your business. So over the years, I've inspected hundreds, if not thousands, of food businesses across the UK, and I've literally seen firsthand how the way your team handles an inspection can literally make or break your food hygiene rating. So today I'm going to share with you some practical tips to help you train your team so they feel confident and prepared and ready for the food hygiene inspection that's going to happen at some point. And then you can go on to achieve the rating that you deserve for your business. So these are the things that I wish every business owner and manager knew before a food hygiene inspection. And they can literally make all the difference when your environmental health officer walks through the door. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing, so number one, is be prepared. Literally, preparation is everything. So inspections can happen whether you're ready or not. So surely it's far better to be ready rather than to be completely caught off guard. So start by understanding what an officer will actually be checking during your inspection. And a really good place to start is your food safety management system. So first of all, make sure you have one, and then make sure you and your team are familiar with it so that it's actually followed in practice. So for example, if you're using the Safer Food Better Business Pack as your food safety management system, I'll link to it below if you don't currently have a copy, then make sure you read it. Like, this is literally designed to help businesses like yours to stay compliant. Yet so many businesses have a copy of this pack, but they haven't actually looked at it thoroughly. Another thing to know then is the 3 areas that determine your food hygiene rating. 3 areas are food safety and hygiene procedures, structure and cleaning, and confidence in management and control procedures. And if you want a deeper dive into these 3 areas, then please check out my other video, which I will link to below. Or also, alternatively, download my free food hygiene inspection checklist, which is designed to help you get prepared for your inspection. Link to that in the description as well. So the second thing, number 2, is be organised. An inspection can really get off to a bad start when no one on site, knows where key documents are. So keep your food safety management system and your records, keep them in one place. Make sure they're on site, and make sure everyone in your team, or the people in your team who need to know, make sure they know where to find them. Because I can't tell you how many times over the years I've asked to see food safety paperwork or a business's food safety management system, and I've been met with so many blank stares. I've tried rewording it saying, can I see your food safety management system? Blank stare. Your HACCP system? Nothing. Maybe the SFBB pack? Still nothing. It's literally alarming when a business doesn't know what these things are, let alone where to find them. So some of the key records then that an officer will likely ask to see include your food safety management system, or your Safer Food Better Business Pack, if you're using that, or if not, they may call it a HACCP system. They'll also want to see records. So this could be temperature records, records of opening and closing checks, which would be the case if you're using the Safe Food Better Business Pack. They're at the back of the pack. Pest control records, if you have a pest control contract. Waste transfer notes, showing collection of your waste, and also including for waste oil. Food hygiene training certificates for your team members. allergen information for your dishes. So these will be the sorts of records that an officer would want to see. So please make sure these are easily accessible. And if you're not on site, make sure your team know where to find them as well. Number 3 then is to get the basics right. So some things are so simple, yet I see like businesses failing at them all the time. So imagine you're the officer and you go to wash your hands, but there's no soap, there's no hand drying facilities like paper towels, or even there's no hot water. Or like the wash hand basin is so filthy that the officer feels like by washing their hands is going to leave their hands more contaminated than not washing them. You know, at this stage, things like that, then it's like the business, and to be honest, the officer just knows that the inspection probably isn't going to end well. So to be honest, a clean and working hand wash sink, provision of soap and hand drying facilities, let's face it, like these things they're basic and they're a basic requirement. So please just make sure you have these things in place. Please check every day when you open to make sure you have them. Another one is running out of sanitizer or antibacterial spray. Please, if you run out, make sure you get more straight away. Don't wait, or even better, stock up in advance so that you never get caught short. So yeah, there are many more things that you do need to have in place for your inspection. And I cover these in way more detail in my Inspection Ready course. But here I share with you the real basic ones that I've literally seen time and time again trip businesses up. And to be honest, like they're so easy to get right. So the fourth thing, number 4, is be confident. So let's face it, confidence really comes from being prepared. So whoever accompanies the officer on the inspection, make sure they have a good understanding of food safety, that they're able to answer basic questions around food safety and what happens in your business. And it's also a great idea if this person knows exactly what to expect from a food hygiene inspection, and you know roughly the sorts of things an officer's going to want to see, including the types of paperwork they're going to want to see. Really, having the officer greeted by someone who's confident, it can make a massive difference to the inspection outcome. And the officer is going to be looking at many things. They're going to be watching how your team is working as well. So yeah, I'm just going to give you an example now. I've seen staff panic during an inspection and just start doing things they wouldn't normally do. Like, you know, in the middle of prep, quickly throwing raw meat back into the fridge, but putting it next to cooked food. And something like that is like an instant cross-contamination issue and can absolutely bring your rating down. So please train your team to stay calm and carry on working as normal. And a great way to build confidence amongst your team members, introduce the officer to your team when they arrive. It can help to put everyone at ease and shows the EHO that you also take food safety seriously within the business. If your team already knows what to expect from an EHO inspection, then when the officer comes, there shouldn't be any nasty surprises and there should be no need to panic. So the 5th thing then, number 5, be welcoming. Treat the EHO like you treat a customer, with a smile, be polite and professional. Like really, first impressions do matter. I've turned up to do inspections in the past and I've been completely ignored. And to be honest, this kind of does raise suspicion as well. Makes the officer wonder, you know, do they have something to hide? But then on the flip side to this, businesses that are open, welcoming and confident, then I tend to find they actually do have better hygiene standards, you know, ones that they're actually proud to be showcasing to the officer. Now, EHOs, they're just people doing their job like you. So a friendly attitude really can make the process smoother for everyone involved. Number 6 then is pay attention to feedback. So your inspection, think of it as an opportunity to learn from the officer. So listen to what the officer's saying. Ideally take notes and ask questions as well. And if they point out areas for improvement, please make sure you act on them as soon as possible. Ideally, some if you can do at the time of the inspection, even better. Now, in most cases, the officer will provide written feedback at the end of your inspection. They'll normally leave a report. Sometimes this may come as a letter instead. So if you can take notes, it means if they are going to be sending a letter, if you've got notes, you can start fixing things straight away rather than having to wait to receive the letter. This also signals to the officer you're taking things really seriously. And then number 7, brief your team. Make sure your team know what to inspect before an inspection even happens. Share this video with them if it helps. And also go through my free food hygiene inspection check sheet together so that everyone is clear on those key things that an officer's going to be looking for during your inspection. And if you want your team to be even more prepared, to have an even deeper understanding of what a food hygiene inspection involves, and also common mistakes to avoid, things I've seen time and time again that trip businesses up, then please check out my Inspection Ready course. I will put the link to this below. And finally, decide who will take the lead during an inspection. And decide this before, or have a couple of people that know if they're on shift, they'll take the lead. And yes, so if that person isn't available, if you pick one person not available, make sure you've got someone else who's prepared to step up and take the lead. Because the worst thing you can do is leave the officer standing there at the front of your business with literally no one able to answer their questions. It doesn't fill them with confidence. And then let your team know. Please tell your team, do not panic. When the officer turns up, tell everyone take a deep breath, smile, and then be ready to show them the great food safety standards that you have in your business. So if you want to be fully prepared for your food hygiene inspection, if you want to avoid common mistakes that I regularly see food businesses make, and if you want to pass your inspection confidently, then I've created an on-demand course and it's called Inspection Ready. Now, in this Inspection Ready course, you'll learn what to expect when it comes to a food hygiene inspection. We'll look at the roles and the powers of environmental health officers, the things they can and can't do. And we'll also look at what to do before, during and after your food hygiene inspection. And then we'll take a really close look at the 3 areas that an EHO assesses to work out your food hygiene rating. And this is where I share with you the key things they're going to be inspecting under each of these 3 areas as well. So then you can go away and you can put these things in place before your actual inspection. And finally, in the course, I cover what to do if things don't go as planned and what to do at the end of the inspection so you can continually make improvements in your business. So if you want to take the guesswork out of your inspection and get fully prepared, check out my Inspection Ready course. I will leave the link in the description below. And if you would like the free food hygiene inspection checklist that I mentioned earlier to help you get started, then I will drop the link to that below as well. So thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. I really hope you found this video helpful. Best of luck in your inspection, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.